Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Jackie O. I'm a photographer and content creator who spends far too much time obsessing over gear, so you don't have to. Today, we're diving deep into Nikon's latest gem, the Z50II. This camera is Nikon's answer to the modern APS-C mirrorless game, and it's packed with features designed to make your photography journey way more exciting and with a price tag that won't make you cry. Now, there are a ton of videos out there reviewing the Z50II, so what I'm gonna do is talk about who I think this camera is for and how it fills in the gaps where other comparable cameras made by brands like Canon, Sony, and Lumix fall short. In my opinion, this camera is meant for beginners, travel photography, and some content creators. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to Nikon for sending me this camera and sponsoring today's video. I was able to take it on my recent trip to Italy, as well as use it during a professional photo shoot, and I gotta say, it's really impressed me. If you want to see more videos like this, please consider hitting like, subscribe, and share. It really helps out the channel and makes me happy. All right, now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. So who is this for? The Nikon Z50II is a great option for beginner photographers and travelers because it strikes the perfect balance between performance, ease of use, and portability. Here's why. Number one, user-friendly controls. The camera has an intuitive menu system and button layout, making it super easy for beginners to learn without feeling overwhelmed. Their intelligent automatic mode takes out the guesswork of finding the right settings, including exposure and focus. You could essentially just point and click in any situation. 2, compact and lightweight. Weighing around 550 grams, it's small enough to carry around with you all day without straining your shoulders, making it ideal for travel photography. I carried it in my purse or in my hand while walking around Italy, and I barely noticed anything was there. That also could have been because I was distracted by the pain my feet were in after walking 10 miles a day, but I digress. 3, excellent autofocus. With improved subject tracking and eye detection, beginners won't have to struggle with blurry shots, even when photographing moving subjects. 4, great image quality. The APS-C sensor delivers sharp, vibrant images while handling low light well, which is perfect for travel photography in different lighting conditions. Number 5, versatile lenses. The Z-mount system gives users access to a variety of high-quality lenses that let you experiment with different looks. I used the 24 1.7 and the 18 to 140 3.5, and they were all I needed to get bangers. 6, creative picture controls. You can get creative with their built-in color profiles all at the press of a button. It's so cool to be able to see what you're shooting with a preset already applied. 7, share photos fast. Using Nikon's SnapBridge app, you can send photos from your camera directly to your phone so you can get those travel pics on the gram in real time. And number 8, affordable compared to full-frame cameras. It delivers pro-level features at a lower price point, making it an excellent investment for beginners and travel enthusiasts. Next, the autofocus game changer. All right, let's start with autofocus because let's be real, we want our images to be tack sharp. Nikon Z50II's autofocus is ridiculously good for an APS-C camera. It has an updated subject detection mode that tracks faces, eyes, pets, and wait for it, even vehicles. Because hey, who doesn't want a camera that's ready to nail focus on your dog's face and the mail truck that's driving by? Now compare it to Sony ZV-E10, which, let's be honest, can get a little confused under mixed lighting. Or Canon's R50 that sometimes hunts like it's playing hide and seek with your subject, the Z50II feels rock solid. But where it really shines is how intuitive it feels. It's like it knows what you're thinking. It's the autofocus wingman you didn't know you needed. Video features that don't disappoint. Let's talk video, because I know some of you are hybrid shooters trying to be the next YouTube star, TikTok legend. The Z50II's 4K 60 frames per second video, a chef's kiss. It's sharp, smooth, has that 10-bit in-log support for when you want to get crazy with color grading. I'm actually using the Z52 to film this entire YouTube episode. Now, I hear you Lumix S9 fans already warming up your keyboards, okay? Yes, the S9 is a beast when it comes to video. There's no arguments there, but hear me out. The Z52 manages to hit that sweet spot where it's beginner-friendly, but still gives you pro-level features like focus tracking during video. If you're a content creator, product review mode will be your best friend. During filming, just hold the product up to the camera and the Z52 will automatically adjust focus to keep it sharp. Usability and design, it just feels right. Okay, let's get into usability and design because It doesn't matter how good your specs are if your camera feels like a brick to use. The Nikon Z50II weighs about 550 grams. That's light enough to carry all day, but sturdy enough that it doesn't feel like a toy. Plus, it has a nice grip on it. I don't feel like I'm gonna drop it, which is one of the big problems I have with the Lumix S9. It literally feels like I'm holding a brick. It just isn't comfortable to use. I mean, thank God it at least has built-in IBIS because I couldn't get a good grip on that thing to keep it steady. Another feature that the Nikon Z50 has that the Lumix missed out on is an electric viewfinder. I guess some people like to shoot solely on the back screen, but I found myself constantly putting the S9 up to my eye only to be disappointed. It was like coming home again when I shot on the Z52. Kind of a wild move not to have an EV, so I'm glad Nikon didn't make that mistake. Last but not least, the Z52 features an on-camera flash and hot shoe, as opposed to the S9, which only has a cold shoe. What does that mean? It means you can use on-camera, mounted, or external flash on the Nikon, but not on the Lumix. The S9 is not a flasher. This is something I found incredibly useful during an in-studio photo shoot I did with the Z52. I just attached a trigger to the hot shoe and I was able to use strobe lights. This is a great thing for a beginner photographer to have who wants to dip their toe in learning flash. Now, I know it seems like I'm really picking on the S9 here, but to be fair, I do own that camera, so I have a little bit more experience with it than other comparable cameras. And although it has its perks, in my opinion, it's geared more towards content creators and not so much beginner photographers. The Nikon Z52 really fills in the holes that the S9 lacks. And finally, the price point argument. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room, price. Because let's be honest, most of us aren't made of money and photography is an expensive hobby. The Nikon Z52 comes in at a price point around 900 USD. That feels fair for what you're getting. It's an APS-C camera with pro features, but it's not trying to empty your wallet. It's very demure, it's very mindful. Now, Sony's APS-C cameras might be slightly cheaper, but you'll feel that in the build quality and some missing features. And Lumix, listen, the S9 is a cool camera, but it's a full frame and it's priced accordingly. So if you're not ready to sell a kidney for a camera, the Z52 gives you incredible value while still being accessible for beginners. Final thoughts. So to wrap things up, the Nikon Z52 might not have every bell and whistle of a full-frame camera like the Lumix S9, but it fills in the gaps where it counts. Intuitive autofocus, killer video features, lightweight design, good grip, flash capabilities, an EV, and a price that doesn't make you cry. For beginner photographers and hybrid shooters, it's a fantastic choice in my opinion. If you're team Nikon, please let me know in the comments what you think about this little powerhouse. And if you're a Sony, Canon, or Lumix fan, don't worry, there's room at the table for all of us. Just bring snacks, okay? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell so you don't miss any more gear reviews. Until next time, happy shooting.